Are you getting your first car? Do you feel like your car should be good for the environment, but also reflect the fact that you watch anime on a regular basis? Well, Subaru is introducing a brand new car just for you. The Subaru is a new model based on the Subaru Outback, equipped with cat ears and our new state-of-the-art anime eye headlights. With the radio stations always turned to the BTS station, you'll be driving with anime style in no time. Subaru. What's this? The Subaru is not a real type of car, it's just something Derek saw on a license plate once. You can follow the pWoCast on all of our social medias. Links are in the bio.
It's a big brain move.
Just order wings over every night, but don't eat it every night. Eat it every day for lunch the next day.
Exactly.
So we do still have a podcast. Don't be alarmed.
Yes.
It has. We didn't miss a week. We missed last week. Things have been busy, you know.
Yes, but these things tend to happen, you know.
Yeah.
People get busy.
I'm sure our 8 subscribers were devastated last week.
Exactly. They didn't get their weekly dose of
their every other weekly dose. Oh gosh. I wanted to start this episode by telling you about this show that I've been watching clips of on YouTube. Now, for a while, I would randomly, if I saw it across my recommended, I would watch Kitchen Nightmare clips. Everyone knows Kitchen Nightmares, Gordon Ramsay, roast restaurants and whatever.
It is one of my favorite shows, 100%. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So, I want to say a week and a half ago, clips from the show Bar Rescue started showing up in my recommended.
Who hosts that again?
That is John Taffer. And that man might be my favorite person because you watch clips of Bar Rescue and he's sitting in his car doing recon spy work and they've got cameras all around the bar. And say you're watching it and you go, oh, the cook just fucked up. Shit. Well, he knows too. And he's like, I can't take this anymore. I gotta go in and stop it. And it's really dramatic. And it's almost instant karma for the person who fucked up. Because he starts loud. You know, Kitchen Nightmares, Gordon starts nice and then gets loud towards the end.
Yeah.
He starts loud. Right away. Almost his first impression in almost every bar is screaming at someone.
That's a great way to introduce yourself, huh?
It is quite literally one of the best things to watch.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna start talking about Hotel Hell with Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, I've seen a couple clips of that show.
That show is even worse because not only is he taking on the food portion of their hotel, he's taking on the rooms and the sort of, I guess, amenities of the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And they're usually mom and pop hotels, which are even rarer to find than restaurants. But it was crazy because he went into this one place and he walked into a room and there was a wardrobe. It kind of opened up and had 2 doors. But there was a lock around it, their chain wrapped around it. And Gordon was like, I want access to my wardrobe. And the woman was just like, that's ours. And he's like, what do you mean? And he's like, I'm paying for this room. I want that wardrobe. And she's like, well, no. She's like, the wardrobe's where I keep my clothes.
Oh,
and he's like,
Christ.
this is an effing hotel room for your guests, And she's just like, well, I keep my clothes in here for storage. And then eventually she ends up calling one of the employees and she takes out her clothes from the wardrobe and just goes, just leave these in my office. Yeah, thanks. I'm just trying to think of the idea of that at another job, you know?
Right. Like imagine working at McDonald's and you go to like open up the caddy where all the burgers are, and there's just like a plate of chicken parm in there, and you're like, "Hey, can we sell this?" And your boss is like, "No, no, no, that's my food. That's my food."
My the one that comes to mind immediately for me is you walk into a random practice room at this place and you just see like a row of dress shirts hanging on a piano. And then the department head comes in. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Why do I feel like that's happened at our school?
It's just like lying across the strings. Oh, okay. Just kind of
right on all the strings of the piano. You pluck the piano and there's like a weird tinny sound to it.
it's like your palm muting, like when you're playing guitar, you know?
Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh.
I don't know why that came to mind. I just thought of it, but that's great. Oh.
So James, did your stimmy hit?
So I'm an adult dependent. I don't know if we get stimmies.
So yes, we do.
Okay.
Your parents are gonna get it deposited into their account.
Okay.
So you have to be like, "Can I please have my stimulus?" And then they might say yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've talked with people around campus and they're like, yeah, there's no way I'm getting any of my stimmy money.
Thankfully, I'm getting all of my stimulus money.
I did get my tax refund.
I haven't gotten mine of that yet.
I was gonna say, because I mean, and that's different for us because you work in a different state, you know?
Yes.
So, I mean, for us, we get a decent amount taken out
Yeah.
just, regularly. Like, I think I made like $9,000 this year, and they took out like around 1,000 of that.
See, 2020, I didn't work that much. So I'm not getting a whole lot back in tax returns. But I worked like the first 2 months in a week as an RA still in 2020.
Yes. Yep.
And then that ended. And then I worked at the hellhole food place for 3 weeks. And and that's it. That's all I worked in 2020.
3 weeks. Oh man,
3 weeks.
I see. I've never like really. I've only had 2 jobs, and uh, I left the first one because they just wouldn't give me enough hours at the end. The only thing I can think of is I did one time interview for a job and walk in, and it was pretty clear they were not looking for me.
I had that at a Burger King thing. I submitted my application, and it was just like, we are looking for people to work. And I was like, well, I'm looking for a place to work, so that works perfectly. So I submitted my application, and I asked for weekends off so that I could like go visit Joel when I needed to.
Yeah.
And when I got there, and they're like, well, we're really looking for someone for weekends. And I went, then why'd you call me in for an interview? I put no weekends. They're like, are you sure you can't work weekends? I'm like, well, I can, but it won't work for me.
Oh, I was gonna say mine was for like I didn't even look for it. Like I think my mom found it and it like somewhere online and she's like, "Oh, this would be a fun job." And so, I went in and interviewed. It was for something to do with like parties. Like it was at the local community center and it would be like working with kids and like being the adult at kids parties and like working the like handing out skates and stuff. And look, I'll be a great music teacher, but I don't know if that job specifically was meant for me. Looking back, and I walked in and I could immediately tell the guy like we just didn't vibe well because it's a community center. So he was kind of like a meatheady guy, and he was looking for like another meatheady kid to sort of run these things.
Yeah.
Just sort of like all body, no brain. I was just like, yeah, that ain't me, Chief. I'd probably be all brain, no body if it was.
all brain, no body.
Yeah.
That's the name of my autobiography. All brain and no bodies coming out to stores near you. But is there anything you're thinking of getting with your Stimmy money?
The one thing that I talked about with my mom is a new pair of headphones. I want to
Ooh.
get like a nice pair of headphones for listening to music because
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you. I have these Beats, but they are so worn out. Like
Yeah.
literally, look at like the insides of these.
Oh man, those are
Like
beats that have had a life.
no red at all, and like
No.
even the inside, you can see like
Right.
all that foam and stuff. Like like these still work.
Right.
And I would call them functional. They're functional,
They are functional. That's great.
but I could definitely use a new pair of headphones with like
Mm-hmm.
comfort.
Yeah.
Plus these are like I think 5 years old at this point. They're
Mm.
pretty old, and
Right.
honestly, I like that they're Beats, but they don't need to be Beats. Like
Right.
I don't need them to. I'd be okay with Sony or Bose. I want a good sound, but it's not like you can really try headphones on before you buy them anymore,
Right.
especially with COVID.
Oh no. My plan, I have decided I'm going to get a pair of roller skates
Okay.
or roller blades. They're inline
Oh,
blades.
okay.
But actually, in a
Do you
sec,
know how to roller skate?
I do. So I very luckily work and have worked in the past at, I can't say specifically, but a place
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
where I've worked at a place that has a skate park. That's like the best I can say. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah. So, when I was younger and worked there, I would rollerblade frequently and I got pretty good at it. I could drop in and do all that stuff. So, I'm sort of stalling for time because I'm going to no, I can't. That's not background. What am I doing here? I am attempting to pull up a picture of it on here.
Oh, okay.
If I can remember how to put pictures on here.
Okay,
Because
that makes sense.
maybe if I not overlay. If I can I make it a video clip? Man, I wish I knew what to do.
I think you could probably just share screen and pull it up.
Can I put it as an overlay and then it will just like show up? I think there we go.
Oh, there we go. Yep, yep.
These are the pair I'm gonna get.
That's awesome.
And like, yeah, I really like the flowers on it and stuff. I also like that it would be a pair of footwear that I own that isn't all pink.
And I feel like no, I like being honest, that fits in with like the rest of your wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can mix it with a lot of
Yeah,
stuff you already have.
yeah. For like most of the rest of my wardrobe, most days I dress the way I normally dress, and then some days I'm like, what if I go hippie today and wear something like I'm wearing now, which is overalls and a shirt that says "Water is life."
I was gonna say the overalls are a patented
Yeah,
de-harnish move.
I'm hippie mode today. And usually I wear, like when I wear them in the wintertime, I wear my black leggings underneath. But today I'm wearing, see if I can, I'm wearing jeggings today with
Oh,
them, which I think adds to the like hippie vibe I'm going for. I wanted to dress in a way I felt like the person I wanted to win RuPaul's Drag Race UK season 2 would, because that finale aired 4 hours ago, and the person I wanted to win did not win.
mm.
And it seems like the rest of the internet is also upset about that, because that's who the rest of the internet also wanted to win. But hey, the person who won is still extraordinarily talented.
Exactly.
Yeah. They wouldn't have won otherwise, right?
Yeah, and I mean to even get to that point, you
Yeah.
know, says a lot.
Especially with the season that they had to go through, because when they were filming Drag Race UK, the first half of the season was filmed before COVID got really bad. They had to stop recording because of how bad COVID got and didn't resume for like 7 months.
Wow.
So there's two halves of this season that are very different from each other.
Like the dynamics and stuff.
The dynamics, the like how people were doing in challenges, like some people like super improved over the 7 months
Wow, that's
and
awesome.
came back from like being like in the bottom two on the first episode to winning the most challenges of the season. Like,
That's nice when you can see improvement like that.
it's why I love binge watching Drag Race, because like I'm watching currently the current season of Drag Race is, it's airing every Friday, and you can like sort of see improvement, but like especially since this current season's so long, it's hard to care.
Yep.
It's, it's like wrestling. When something goes on for too long, it gets hard to care.
Wrestling is just an episode from the 90s that went on for 20 years too long.
Yeah, it really is. Have you watched last night's Dynamite?
I did not know.
You should go back and watch the main event from last night's Dynamite.
Okay.
It's Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker in like an unsanctioned lights out match. And it is,
Wow.
when I say it is legit the best women's wrestling match I've ever seen. It's the best women's wrestling
Wow.
match I've ever seen.
Okay, I'll take a look.
It is
Honestly, I
incredible. They
will.
gave that out on free TV. I was surprised.
I was
Also,
gonna say I'm thinking that'll get a 5 star from Meltzer or
oh,
whoever.
from Davy Boy? Yeah. Yeah, I think he also said it was the best women's wrestling match he's ever seen.
I
So
still
if he doesn't give it a 5 stars, I'll be surprised.
is it a little bit better than Victory Road '09? That
Oh my god.
that
That was already hard to watch, but I've gone back and rewatched it since I started watching Survivor, and knowing about like Jenna playing Survivor and winning Survivor, and it's just so much worse to watch.
just and they even threw it. Oh my god, I'm trying to think of who was in that match. Like
It was
there's so many
it
people.
was the singles match. It was Jenna Maraska versus Queen Charmel, I think.
Yes.
Charnel. What's her
Yeah,
name?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Feel bad for not remembering, but Booker T's wife.
Yes. I'm looking it up right now.
It was not it. That match does not pass the vibe check.
Apparently, the next match that happened on the card was Kevin Nash defeating AJ Styles for the TNA Legends
Yeah,
title.
for the Legends title. Dear God.
Oh my god. I'm just Kevin Nash was I saw him give a class one time, you
Mhm.
know, like to wrestlers, and it was just funny to hear him like actually kind of making fun of himself because he's like, when it comes to, actually having a match, he's like, take me for example. He's like, I'm only gonna have like 5 moves.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's like, what? I'll just kind of give you a clothesline, maybe do something in the corner, then just jackknife powerbomb. I'm like, oh, Kevin Nash, if only it were that simple.
So since we last recorded, I had a big birthday.
You did. You did
I
have a
I
very big
turned
birthday.
21 years old, which means I'm allowed to have shit like this now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I cannot wait till that day.
But yeah, so I turned 21, which was exciting. Me and Joel spent that weekend in Northampton, which was fun, in NoHo.
Yeah, Northampton. Where did you guys go? Did you like get dinner and
We
stuff?
we we got an Airbnb for the weekend.
Ah, okay,
We
okay,
got
okay.
one. It's like a walking distance from downtown.
Wow. Okay.
So we spent the weekend in there. It was really nice. It was this cute like farm lofty thingy. And we went to like, we got dinner at a restaurant and like made food there.
You're 21, you're able to like go in and not have to worry
I
about
know.
your ID and stuff.
And I did not realize that a very big upside to taking this semester off is that nobody's asked me to buy alcohol for them yet. When you turn 21 again? June, right?
July.
July. We're gonna
Yeah.
have like a after dark episode or stream
Yes.
where we'd like do a live episode and we drink.
I was gonna say, I mean, if we're both vaccinated, like we may actually get this in person
Right.
sometime.
Do you have a vaccination date set yet?
I'm going to pre-register. I think like right after this, I'm gonna pre-register. So because I work at the grocery store, I think I'm actually the next phase. So
Nice.
um, I should definitely have it by the end of April for
Yeah.
sure.
My first dose is scheduled for Saturday, for 2 days from now,
That's awesome.
because I work at uh the place that I work at. Not supposed to talk about on
Yep,
things like
yep,
this. And I'm a youth development professional and I work with kids on a regular basis. I'm
yes,
like, it's my turn for the vaccine now.
yes. You're considered on the same priority as like teachers.
Yep. I am just as important as teachers in the state of Vermont size.
Take advantage of it, dude.
Right? Like I am the part I'm the most excited about is the fact that like once you're vaccinated, you could be in the room with other vaccinated people, like mask off.
Yes,
And
yes,
that's gonna feel great. Being in a room with my friends again,
yeah,
like we normally would before the pandemic.
yes, yeah, 100%. And it's like, yeah, most of my, interaction with friends comes either through a screen or not even through a screen. It's just through the headset, you
Right.
know? And uh, you can only do that for so long,
Yeah.
because I always say, definitely this semester more than most, the loneliness settles in,
Mhm.
because my roommate, like even right now, he's not here. Like he goes
Oh
home
yeah.
pretty much every weekend,
Right.
and so most weekends I'm here, and it's like no one on campus really wants to hang, which is understandable, and like I agree, but at the same time, like I'm still alone.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know? And there's a lot of people that are feeling that way, you
Yeah.
know? And it's like that independence is great for like the first 2 weeks. You're like, oh, this is great, I'm gonna be productive today, but then when it's not your choice anymore.
Right. Gosh.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I just emailed the person I need to email asking about housing for next year.
Okay.
So that'll be fun, hopefully.
I was
We,
gonna
we
say,
might be able to regularly do this in the same
yes,
room if we end up rooming together.
I would love that 100%.
Yeah.
If you're allowed to, hop in on that. Yeah.
I'm hoping and assuming I would be. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know why I wouldn't. I've gone there. I've worked for him.
exactly. That's the thing. You're like, I'm an RA or
I,
former
I was an
RA.
RA. Remember me? I was an SGA. You can, right? You can.
Old buddy, old pal,
Old buddy,
Jay.
old buddy, old pal, JH. Oh,
Oh,
it's
man.
next year's gonna be really weird because
It
we're
is.
we're going. Well, you will be. I'll still technically be a junior, but we will be like the seniors
Yeah, no one's gonna be
essentially.
older than us.
No, the
That's
people
gonna be weird.
we're. Do you remember the seniors when we first started?
Yes.
I like barely do. I like.
I remember some of them vividly.
Yes, I remember the one that I almost did the concert for.
Yep.
For her recital concert before it got turned to the head of the department just playing it on piano instead. That's the only
Oh,
person I can remember off the top of my head. Was the cool guitar guy who ended up going to fucking Spain.
Spain.
He was a
Yep.
senior, right?
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
in that class, and then there was another guitarist that was pretty cool.
I'm
She
trying
was
to.
here. I don't know what she's up to.
Oh yeah, there we go. I remember now. It took a second.
Yeah, yeah.
Took a second.
She was in Ted's ensemble like
Mm-hmm.
her last semester, and that was
Yeah,
really fun to watch. Like a lot of free jazz stuff.
yeah. I think I went to her recital. That was like good.
Yeah, I don't remember if I did.
I see. I don't remember if I did either, but I think I did. I think I worked it actually. Thinking
Yeah,
about it.
that's true. I think I worked. Oh, I worked the percussionist that graduated the next year.
I think I went to that one. Oh, I definitely went to that one because that concert
Yeah,
rocked.
that was nice, but I think it was me and Greg. We worked the doors, and we're just kind of standing there, the whole time. All right, take a program, yeah, killing, and then
It's so weird now to think about like the like beginning of spring semester in 2020 when
yeah,
when COVID was about to hit, like
hmm
COVID about to drop March 11th. Y'all ready? Like it feels so surreal almost.
yeah. It does feel like a different time.
Because like I was an RA, but also like not a responsible one.
Yeah,
But like I don't know, just like it's so weird thinking about like that was the last time I was on. Well, I wasn't. That's the thing too, is that it feels like that was the last time I was on campus, but fall semester happened. I lived on campus fall semester.
yeah. I mean, I commuted, fall semester. I remember being there, in
Mm-hmm.
person.
Fall semester was such a shit show.
It
Oh my
was
god.
conducting.
We had to I okay. If I'm going to try to remember how much classes changed formats that semester.
Yep,
We started all virtual and
yep,
then we moved in.
yep,
And then for that first week, they were still all virtual.
yep.
Then they got moved to some virtual, some in person. And then there was like a week where it was all virtual again. And then it went back to in person. And then like went back to virtual. And then we had to finish the semester at home.
Yeah. I remember hearing you guys like having to move out before Thanksgiving, and I was just like, what?
Yeah. And like we got it tough too because we had to quarantine in
Yep,
Lansdowne, like our apartment, besides one person, which was like that situation sucked
I can
because
imagine.
we didn't get to go home until the day after Thanksgiving.
Mm.
I had to watch Survivor Series in Lansdowne on the network, which doesn't really exist anymore.
I was gonna say, isn't it through Peacock now?
They're starting the transition through Peacock, so the network is still up, but like they started putting stuff on Peacock, and the
Wow.
network officially like shuts down April right before WrestleMania. Not
Why
like
on earth do you think they'd shut down the network?
well, it's because they got the Peacock deal was for the US, and it was for like $1 billion.
Okay.
And they weren't making a lot of money off the network. And
Mhm.
WWE has this great way of somehow failing upwards. You know what I mean? Like SmackDown wasn't doing great on USA, but here's a Fox deal.
Literally, yeah. Well, you know what it is that right now a lot of um I guess providers or just, groups that want to bring entertainment to you, you
Yeah,
know, they are desperate for content, and not only just content, but like reliable content that that will have a viewer base.
yeah,
So this is them trying to target a specific viewer base,
right,
being like, hey, if you're a fan of this, you're automatically going to
right,
sign up just to get access to it.
right. And like, I think the Peacock deal is great because all the like pay-per-views are going to be on there,
Yeah,
which opens up WrestleMania to so many new people. Like
exactly.
like with Peacock, if you have an Xfinity subscription, you just get Peacock.
That's awesome.
And so like if you have Xfinity, here you go, free WrestleMania. Which I'm of the opinion it should be free anyway and be like a big deal like the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
But I kind of get why they do it pay-per-view.
yeah. It's the biggest event of the year. It's weird with sports like that. I
Yeah.
I mean WWE's interesting in the sense that like they've always thrived off the pay-per-view format.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just trying to think of like the only other thing that's that way now are just like combat fights, like
Yeah.
UFC. If you're still into boxing, you get boxing through pay-per-view. But I
Right.
mean,
It's wrestling.
nothing else nowadays. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
wrestling.
wrestling. You get, and most of those pay-per-views go through Fights TV now, so it's really one app for almost every wrestling pay-per-view, it
Yeah,
seems. Like I can go on Fight TV right now and I can watch like Ring of Honor. I'm pretty sure airs free on Fight TV. I can watch Talking Shop Mania 2, which is the best and stupidest thing I've ever watched. Uh, I will see if I can somehow get you to watch it sometime. But it's Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson put on just this absolute fucking shitter of a pay-per-view that is both amazing and terrible at the same time
that
in Gallows' backyard.
I love that. I love Gallows and Anderson. Like that's
Yeah.
gotta be great.
The main event of the first one was a match they called the Boner Yard match
Oh God.
because it was after the Boneyard match at WrestleMania last year, so they did the Boner Yard match. Oh, it's just hilariously terrible.
And you know what's even better is that um, if you go on Peacock, you can actually watch the WrestleMania 10 ladder match with Shawn Michaels.
Yep. WrestleMania 10 ladder match.
With Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. Oh my gosh.
And Razor
actually,
Ramon.
hold on. I'm going to check that. Because there are a couple WrestleManias that are missing
Really?
on Peacock, which is
Wow.
surprising. But yeah, there's a couple manias that are missing.
Also, I meant to tell you. No, I meant to send you a photo, and I know it would have made your day, but I just forgot.
Mhm.
In trumpet class, we're learning all these like trumpet songs and stuff.
Right.
And the next example we have to learn for next class is called Razor's Edge.
Oh, that's sick.
And it was so funny. I just looked at it and I was like, Razor's Edge.
You were like, what? What?
Immediately, I just hear the boom boom. All the like auxiliary percussion in the background.
Yeah, God, I remember. Do you remember the chorus like Halloween? Uh, the
Oh my God.
the Halloween thing we did for chorus, and you showed up late dressed as Scott Hall.
Yes, yes. Oh my God. No, I remember freshman year more because I don't know, we didn't really know each other all that well at this point because we were still just freshmen in jazz fusion. But freshman year, I came in as do you remember Kanye and Lil Pump had that I Love It song?
I think so.
and the music video was them like as the Roblox characters.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I came in as that.
Damn. I don't think I remember that.
Let me see if I can find a photo of it.
You have
Um,
a oh. See, I'm still trying to find which WrestleManias are the ones that are missing.
you'll definitely know the photo when you see it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what's the best way to share images on this?
Uh
Oh,
you can't because you can share screen is the
okay.
best way you can.
I'll just share screen and go to the PNG file of it,
Mhm.
but you'll see it and probably remember it.
Oh yeah. You know,
You remember
I
those
remember
guys?
now. I remember you
Yep,
dressing like this now.
yep. And
Yep.
I had a giant chain around the front that said Donda.
Yep.
That's Kanye's mom.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I definitely remember that now.
Yep.
Oh gosh. But like, yeah, it was like WrestleMania 5 is missing, and like I know WrestleMania 31 is missing in 28.
31?
Right?
No.
That's like a really good WrestleMania.
31 is literally the only reason I'd buy the WWE network, and you know exactly why too.
For Rollins. Oh, for the Sting and Triple H match where the NWO come in. Yeah.
Where Scott Hall literally like takes a flip.
Yeah. Where
Scott Hall,
WWE booked a regular feud and then changed everything about the feud in the match.
I'm like, dude has a pacemaker and he just like flipped over. Who was it? Billy Gunn, I think it
Probably.
was.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but X Pac is like looking to make his return soon in
To
the ring.
where? To the ring?
Yeah, to like wrestle.
Why?
I don't know. I do know he got knee surgery in 2019. That's when he wrestled his last match. And apparently he said that like, you know, he really felt it in that last match and needed to fix something. But if you watch the match, nothing looks wrong. It's just X
Okay.
Pac wrestling like X Pac has always wrestled.
I was
Just
gonna say, like, do you think, like, would he try to wrestle like in the company again? Like, I
I
don't think they'd take him back.
I don't know if WWE would take him back. I don't think AEW would take him. So I think his best bet would be like Impact.
Yeah, that's true.
Impact or even honestly like NWA.
Isn't Scott Steiner still with him?
So like no. Like I'm sure he has some sort of Legends contract with them. He does not wrestle anymore. And I
Yeah,
don't think he goes to things anymore because sometime in the past year, some like health incident happened backstage at an Impact event. I'm pretty sure he almost died.
yeah, that's right. That's right. I
Yeah.
do remember that.
But like X Pac amazes me because he can wrestle this probably the same match for 20 years. And at this point he's not on meth. But during his like initial TNA run, like I watched an interview with him where he was like, "Yeah, I've wrestled on meth before. I did meth before a match with AJ Styles." And you watch it and it looks like a regular match that he's wrestling on meth.
And you know, it's always funny to hear like different stories about sort of um people that are addicted and if they use it while they have control of a situation, because sometimes it's yes, but a lot of times it's no, you know.
Right.
Like the one that comes to mind for me is like Ozzy Osbourne. Like he was,
Oh god.
of course he's infamous for, you know, partying off stage, but he always said that like 90% of the time he was sober at the shows, because he's like, the last thing I needed was, you know, fans coming out and paying money to see me and me looking like a slobbering drunk like on stage, you
Someone
know.
should have told that to Jeff Hardy. That
He's
dude
like,
walked out
yeah.
so messed up in 2011.
Oh my god, the match against Sting. My favorite part is that Sting is so much older that he's almost like a disappointed father.
He
Like,
is. He's
like
like,
who is it? Eric Bischoff comes down and
yeah,
tries to kind of save it. The
right,
look on Sting's face after the match is just like, wow, man. Like
right.
he really couldn't stay clean.
Eric Bischoff, most recently announced member of the 2021 Hall of Fame class for WWE.
Wow. No
Yeah,
kid.
yeah.
No kidding.
But like yeah, like that match was crazy. I remember Sting walking back after everything was finished, and some fan yelled, "Bullshit!" And Sting went, "I agree."
Yeah. I remember that.
Oh man, I don't know why I've watched that match so many times, but that's like one of the videos I go back to every now and then. It's just Sting and Jeff Hardy at Victory Road because
I
it's
don't
like,
I I don't know why this just popped into my head now. But but as we're talking about this, all that's playing in my head is that video of ladies and gentlemen, Brian Christopher.
yeah,
Yeah.
turn it
You,
up.
you had that guy, the Brock Lesnar guy, you know the
Yeah.
and they had the Undertaker guy. Like they had
Yeah.
so many
The
crowd reactions. They, you know what they should have also done that for? Uh, Evolution returning. No one cared. The pop on that,
no
like the whole stadium was dead. I'm like, you realize this is Triple H, Batista, and Randy Orton?
no one gave a fuck about Batista's return. Everyone immediately shit on it and like was like, nope,
Well,
this
it
isn't
was
it.
great because they tried so hard to book him as a face,
Right.
and then everyone was just like, "No, we don't want you here. Leave."
They were like, Batista's back. Don't you guys love it? And they went, he's blue.
Yeah. Chugga, chugga, chugga.
Yeah. Swear to God. I
Oh,
still cannot get over that they had Batista win that Royal Rumble. Like,
yeah. I was watching videos on that extensively. That Royal Rumble.
oh my
My
God.
favorite part is most people think that Vince. So the obvious backstory on that is Vince comes down in a rage and tears both his quads.
Oh, I'm talking about a different Royal. I'm talking about the one he won in 2014.
Oh
That
my
that
God, you're right.
everyone was upset about.
You're right. I
Do you
forgot they
remember?
had him win that.
Because everyone was like, okay, Daniel Bryan's gonna come out
Yep.
soon. Where's Daniel Bryan? I'm ready for Daniel Bryan. And they keep going. It wasn't Daniel Bryan. It wasn't Daniel Bryan. Batista came out, still wasn't Daniel Bryan. Number 30. Booyaka, booyaka. Rey Mysterio. I have never heard Rey Mysterio get booed like that.
Yeah.
They went in on him.
Fans were furious.
They were so mad that Rey Mysterio wasn't Daniel Bryan.
And they were wasn't it Roman Reigns and Batista at the end?
Probably.
Because I remember, I think it was Reigns lost that one, and at that point the fans were cheering for Reigns because it's against Batista. And then I think either the next year or the year after was when Reigns won it and probably
Yeah.
had the worst reaction of any
Yeah.
Royal Rumble winner
Because
ever.
I think 2014's the Rumble where Roman like broke the elimination record
Yeah.
at a Rumble at some point. It was either 2013 or 2014. But Roman was still a face because the Shield was still a thing.
That's right.
And everyone loved the Shield.
Yes.
And then he won the next year and got booed even when The Rock came out to be like, yeah, it's Roman Reigns. Everyone was like, fuck off.
Well, my favorite part was the final three.
God.
The final three for that is Roman Reigns, and you know who the other two vying for that title were? It was Big Show.
Yeah, it was Big Show and Kane. Yeah.
Big Show and Kane.
It was the final four, because I remember who was the person Roman eliminated to win. The final four was Roman, Big Show, Kane, and Rusev. And the final two were Rusev and Roman.
That's right. Oh,
Then the
Rusev.
next year also definitely happened.
Poor guy, Rusev.
He's doing great in AEW now. They're not pushing him a lot, but he's like doing tag team stuff with Kip, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna split them off soon. He's gonna like go for the, I want to say go for the world title, but Christian seems like the next person for that.
So is Lana still a part of WWE?
Yep, she is.
Wow.
She sure is. She's currently teaming with Naomi as a tag team.
What?
She finally finished up her feud with Nia Jax and won again.
Oh, so she's like a like women's wrestler now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She sure is. She sure is. You can tell how you should tell how much I love that from.
Yeah, I was gonna say you seem thrilled.
Well, like, okay, so Lana's not actually that bad. She's gotten a lot better, and she has the passion.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been wasting away in a feud with Nia Jax for like 5 months now.
Wow.
Gotta be. Because leading up to Survivor Series is when their feud started, like 9 weeks before Survivor Series. Because there was a streak of like 9 episodes or 9 or 10 episodes of Raw where in each of those episodes every week, Nia Jax would put Lana through a table. They finally ended their feud, and we got the great Nia Jax "My Hole" clip, which is just the funniest thing I've ever seen. But like, oh geez, look at the time. We should probably wrap this up. This is a
Sounds
long
like a
one.
good idea.
It's a long one. We've been live for like almost an hour, 50 minutes.
And look how fast that went by.
Yeah, look how far we've come. Look at us. Who would have thought? Well, from us here at, I almost said specifically to Void, from us here at the pWoCast, hopefully thank you for watching another episode. I mean, we didn't get any views in the last one, but hopefully we get some this time. Fingers crossed. It's weird because we'll either get 0 views or like 12.
Yes.
Which is like very weird. But
and you know it's 2 people watching 6 times each.
Yes. And those 2 people are probably us.
Yeah.
So thank us for watching. We'll see us next time.
Yep.